Chapter 1: The Revolution of Your Body. Inside of you is a lean, strong, beautiful body that you have the strength and power and ability to release. And the primary purpose of this book is so you can believe the previous statement and take that immediate action because of it. So what if I told you that you could erase all of the wasted time and years of doubting yourself, that you thought you could never get into shape again, that you could just wash those away? And I'm here to tell you that you can, and you're going to. And achieving that beautiful mind and body is what you're here to do. You will achieve not only a magnificent mindset, but first the internal revolution of how you think, your habits, and visualizing a change. So that is what this book is for, and that is what I'm here to strive to help you with. So after you are done thinking about that and you have the knowledge and ability to program your body, we're going to start talking about fixing long-term versus a quick fix. We're going to take time to take action, and it's all about habits. I'm also going to discuss healthy people, having healthy habits, realizing that habits take time, and to plan ahead. You know, our bodies are capable of so many things beyond our comprehensions. And so you have to take time to train appropriately, healing oneself, and knowing that you're truly amazing. That's how you will produce long-term results, and I'm going to help you do that. So without further ado, welcome to the New Mind, New You. This is Chapter 1, and I want to tell you thank you so much for joining me. Chapter 2: Quick Fix versus Long Term. Regardless of past history, limiting beliefs and attitude can get you far. And if you build your body and make it stronger, you'll be creating a new life and habits while you get rid of all your destructive habits. The quality of your life proves you will be a much more effective person in every aspect of your life, your family, workplace, relationships, friends, community, and all of this will come to change. Everyone will notice it in you, and you'll notice it in you too. The positive attitude and outlook, while having a tremendous effect on everyone you know, is how you'll see your world change. Time to take action. Usually we over-exaggerate, overestimate, underestimate. If you want to be successful in anything, you must focus on now. That's where tomorrow's success lies. And over a span of a lifetime, a handful of important decisions is where we come to take action. Does the above statement shock you? Does making a decision put your health as a top priority in your daily agenda? And once you make important decisions in your life, are you ready to make those decisions over and over every day? Your health is one of the most important things you have, so take it necessary. The actions and steps to keep yourself healthy is a top priority. It's all about habits. So what exactly are habits? It's something you do often. It becomes easy. It's a behavior you repeat, form, and habits, and becomes automatic. Your nervous system only remembers poor quality when associated with an exercise, that is. So the good news is that any habit can be unlearned and replaced with a healthier one. Healthy people have healthy habits. Yes, the majority of people in the Western world are overweight, overworked, overstressed, and have very poor nutritional habits. There's no mystery why Americans suffer from cardiovascular disease, cancer, ill health. So when it comes to being proactive and preventing disease, we all have a duty. So it's developing these new habits that take time initially. It is challenging, but it takes between 21 and 30 days to form a new habit. But if you're persistent, you have dedication, everything is doable. So here's some guidelines that will help you and find your effort to change your old habits and acquire new ones. Realizing that habits take time. You must plan ahead. Protect yourself from toxic environments. List all the negative and unhealthy habits that you have on a daily basis. Create and define a new habit to replace an old one. Chapter 3: Why People Fail. When people start a fat loss fitness program with the goal of a total body transformation and fail, you have to think to yourself, why? Why do people fail to lose the fat and get into shape? Why are there so many people who start off with the best intentions but end up just as bad as shape as they were, sometimes even worse? Well, there are two basic reasons why people fail to get into shape. One, you have the wrong plan and the wrong information. And two, you have a difficult time sustaining motivation. You see, motivation is the intention to stick with your goal and its daily actions, the plans you have chosen to follow, saying no to your feelings and taking action regardless of what those feelings may be telling you to do or not to do. Motivation is your effort to what fuels your body. When it comes to a body transformation, it is the information plus the motivation that will get you to the goal. I am here to encourage you, but I cannot give you your motivation. That choice must come from within you. You have to motivate you. The good news is that if you're feeling motivated as much as you would like to, do not worry. Motivation can be learned and remolded. That is why I will help you with the remainder of this book. Choose to learn from each failure as an opportunity to build your character. There are mental challenges. You have to stay away from negative thinking. You have to sustain from having a negative attitude towards failure. And most importantly, you have to learn to not fall into the victim mentality. Practice makes permanent, not perfect. And remember, you have the ability and power to change negative thoughts into positive thoughts. You can also choose to see failure as a learning tool and become part of the success journey. Lastly, you have the power to choose a positive and constructive response to any given situation. Chapter 4: Goal Setting. Studies have shown that people who write down their goals are more likely to achieve them. So what are your top 5 goals in life? Doesn't have to be specific. The more specific you are with your goals, though, the higher the chance you will have in achieving them. So the goal must be measurable. How are you going to test it, quantify it, measure it, and see if it's achievable? And how are you going to set a goal that is realistic, that will not end in disappointment and frustration? Set a goal that you feel like you can attain. And what does this goal mean to you? How will it impact your life? What do you want to achieve out of this? And the more significant this goal means to you, the higher the chance you will have to sticking on to the program, even though there may be some tougher times. List the potential benefits you will gain from your goals. And closest to you, make sure you share these goals with the people that mean the most to you. Give yourself a time frame. So a deadline is a good idea with no urgency behind it. Set up an example time frame, so it's like 12 weeks is your deadline, and pick a day to start, your last day to end. And make sure you take a look at your environment. So are you living in a harsh environment, difficulties to overcome? We all are dealing with stress and sometimes difficult situations, but we can overcome anything. And when you set a challenge, in fact, it gives you more of a mental burst of energy to go sustaining your life without having negativity, without having unhappiness. And so where do you find abundance around you? Where do you go to find happiness? What do you do that makes you feel good? And notice that you are attracted to these things for a reason. So go to them to help maintain your goals. So specific with a 12-week goal is having a 12-week body weight check-in, measures your ideal areas in your body, achievable goals that you want to write down and go over with an accountable coach, relevant to where possibly you want to work out, having a meal prep, having someone help you with all of your meal plans, and the time and place that you want to take a photo to see the results that you are changing. This is a big one. Chapter 5, Fitness Ethics. In the beginning, essentially things like generated movement, hand-eye coordination, and strength combined with flexibility, learn the skills attention followed by relaxation, proper breathing, spinal stability are all the things that you really should think about. Read about, study before you get into the gym, even if you are a beginner. And the core and leg training, make sure you are activating at all times. It's biomotor qualities, followed by strength, power, endurance, speed, flexibility, agility, coordination, and mobility. Take all time to build through repetition and dedication, discipline, and by the end, you will become much stronger. So the things that I like to run through my clients are free weights, machines, functional training, lifestyle factors, sleep, chemical sensitivities, negativity, and the amount of people suffering from all of these can be from the workplace, at home, and it's alarming because over time, your body's immune system becomes weakened from overexposure to unseen chemicals and our environment, stress, lack of sleep. Apart from cleaning up our diets, we must clean up our personal environments as a part of our integrated health plan. So avoid bringing toxic products into your house that have carcinogens in them. Do research on which products are non-toxic, biodegradable, plant-friendly, and take personal responsibility and accountability for buying and using healthy household products. But also take a look at your fitness level. Take a look at your strength capability if you need to go talk to your practitioner before you step in the gym. And even if you are a beginner, you got to start somewhere. Chapter 6, General Nutrition. The number one factor I see that keeps people from reaching their fat loss goals is poor nutritional habits. And with the thousands of books available on diet and fat loss, one would think by now we would finally have reached nutritional nirvana. But the truth is there are many effective nutritional programs on the market that work well. And the reason that they are successful is because they share a common principle that transcends any one specific diet. The following principles are your ticket to a lifetime of energy, and they never fail to work when applied as outlined in the following rules. Principle number 1, eat every 2 to 3 hours. Rule number 2, eat protein with each meal. Rule number 3, all meals should be balanced. Rule number 4, drink half of your body weight in ounces of water per day. Rule number 5, eat in a relaxed manner. Rule number 6, eat something green every day. Rule number 7, if you can't say it, don't eat it. Rule number 8, eat 1 cheat meal per week. Rule number 9, listen to your body. Rule number 10, write down what you eat in a food diary. In order to truly understand all of these, it is essential that you write down on a daily basis. That way you have objective evidence on what works, what doesn't work, and you can also have days that you skip, which is fine, but it's always a good way to stay on track. And from there, it will be much easier to monitor your progress and make changes if necessary. Chapter 7, Macronutrients. Now that you know the top 10 rules regarding healthy eating, you're probably wondering what type of food you can eat. The beauty of healthy eating is that it's truly simple. Food is broken down into 3 main food types: proteins, carbs, and fats, and they're called macronutrients. All of these foods necessary for my health, yes, they're all necessary. And if you knew how food affects hormones, you would never look at food the same again. The goal of performance nutrition is to maximize the release of testosterone, growth hormone, and manage your insulin level. How is this done, you might be asking? Well, the first and most important factor is optimizing your hormones and to make sure you're covering all of your nutritional needs. Sounds simple, I know, but if you are deficient in protein, essential fats, vitamins, minerals, you're gonna have a difficult time just staying healthy. So forget losing body fat and building muscle. Without the essentials covered, progress is impossible. So make sure you're getting all the essential nutrients for health. Chapter 8, Time to Go Grocery Shopping. Now that you understand the basic principles regarding fat loss and nutrition, it's time to go shopping. So I recommend going grocery shopping once a week, meal prepping twice a week. Give yourself every chance for success, and therefore it's necessary to keep your kitchen and fridge stocked with fresh, healthy food. Since you're mainly buying fresh meats, eggs, fruits, vegetables, and greens, once a week is a perfect time to finish the food before it goes bad. So if you have any recommendations for meats, fruits, vegetables, I definitely say go to your farmer's market, buy local, organic, and then that way you're not only going to be helping the community, but you will be having a stronger and healthier immune system as well. Chapter 9, What to Buy at the Grocery Store. Protein is a building block for muscle, so make sure that you always have protein at each meal. These are some of the following protein choices that I like to make. Eggs, low-fat cottage cheese, low-fat yogurt, protein powders, protein bars, cod, halibut, salmon, red snapper, swordfish, tuna, veal, lamb, pork, beef or red meat, turkey breasts, and skinless, boneless chicken breasts. Carbohydrates. Here are some good carbohydrate choices. Buckwheat, oats, steel oats, sweet potatoes, yams, beans, peas, lentils, black-eyed peas, rolled oats, oat bran, corn, fruits and vegetables. Both fruits and vegetables provide lots of fiber, water, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. You can be eating vegetables at every meal, or you can also have a little snack with a fruit of your choice. Very little calories, lots of fibrous carbohydrates, and depending on your choice, very low sugar. Here are my favorite fruit choices. Grapefruit, apples, oranges, kiwis, peaches, apricots, pears, tangerines, cherries, and goji berries. Vegetables, asparagus, artichokes, cauliflower, cabbage, spinach, green peas, onions, peas, peppers, tomatoes, carrots, broccoli, squash, mushrooms, cucumber, lettuce, but eat sparingly bananas, mangoes, figs, pineapple, and dates. Essential fat. Fats are very essential for our body, and taking in fats is a basic body block for us to function. It gives us the dietary needs we need appropriately for our joints and our bones, but essentially two types of fat to stay away from, saturated and unsaturated fat. These are some of the good fat choices. Alpha-linolenic acid or omega-3, linoleic acid, omega-6, monounsaturated or omega-9 and omega-7. Other branch chains are thought of saturated type, so predominantly animal fats. They are found in butter, pork, tropical fats like coconut, palm, and palm kernel. But healthy fats are flaxseed oil, fish oil, avocados, organic butter, raw almonds, cashews, almond butter, olives, extra virgin olive oil, hummus, cod liver oil, and extra virgin coconut oil. Things to avoid would be mayonnaise, margarine, lard, and trans fat. Chapter 10, The Benefits of Resistant Training and Cardiovascular Training. Resistant training movements are simple to perform, yet improve overall fitness. So here's a list of benefits. Enhances motor skills, increases calorie burning and fat loss, train movement patterns that directly transfer over specific sport movements, increase work capacity or ability to do work, can act as a form of physical recovery, can help with physiological recovery from stressful training, and acts as a transition to specialized physical preparation. Now, the benefits of cardiovascular training, you can choose an activity that you enjoy, like walking, running, biking, swimming. And if you're new to exercise or haven't exercised in a long time, start off slowly and build your endurance one workout at a time. The goal of your fat loss program is not only to lose body fat, but also establish lifelong exercise habits that will keep you lean, healthy for the rest of your life. Whether your goal is long-term, quick fat loss, or both, some good old-fashioned cardiovascular exercise can do the trick. And I recommend picking movements you enjoy, are practical, particular for your lifestyle and your living situations. So don't get caught up in the assumption that you have to punish yourself to get results. Yes, getting into shape, losing body fat takes work, but not the kind of work that most people imagine in their heads. The fact is that you cannot sustain the level of intensity in your cardiovascular training for more than a week. You are training too hard. Challenge yourself, but within certain parameters. Get out and sweat. Sweating doesn't guarantee that you're losing body fat, but it's a pretty good sign that you are working hard, as well as getting rid of body toxins. Get some sunshine by exercising outdoors, and with so much of our lives spent outdoors and behind desks looking at a computer screen, make it a habit to schedule some of your cardiovascular sessions outside. Outdoor activities are rejuvenating to your body, mind, and spirit. Don't get too concerned in the beginning about heart rate. If you can enjoy the workout, you're probably exercising at the appropriate level. So I hope you have enjoyed the New Mind, New You ebook that, even though if you haven't met me in person, I hope that you find some tips that can help you and challenge you on some new goals. If you need any further support, please find me at michelledavisfitness.com. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. And life is a gift. That is why we call it the present. Thank you and take care.